I'm in a different parking spot. Newsflash. I was coming to the cinema with friends tonight instead of my usual solo vibing, and parked in a different space, so I was closer to the door. It's 12 seconds of information you didn't need. This evening I came with my friends to see Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. I found out today that this is a remake. I believe it's been made twice before. I've never seen it before or heard of it. The most recent version, apart from this one, was in the 60s, I think, with Angela Lansbury. So this is an updated version, but still has the same setting. So we're in 1950s London, it's 1957 to be exact, and we're following Ada Harris, played by the glorious Leslie Manville. She is a cleaner in London, and she is a war widow. She cleans for a variety of different clients around London, and one of them in particular, Lady Dant, played by Anna Chancellor, who I can't see without thinking of Duckface in Four Weddings and a Funeral. She has this Dior gown for an upcoming wedding. I think one of her children's getting married, and Mrs. Harris sees this dress and just decides that she must have one of her own. She wants a haute couture dress from the House of Dior. The whole thing is built around her saving money, travelling to Paris, and the adventure that unfolds as a result. This film is a fairy tale, it's whimsical, but it's beautiful and just an absolute balm for the soul. It's very well shot. It captures 1950s London, it captures 1950s Paris during a bin man strike, which then means that there's rubbish everywhere, which obviously isn't very Parisian. Well, actually it is in my experience. I went to Paris with my school and it was full of litter and I didn't like it. But it's just about not giving up. It's about following your dreams. It's never too late. It's about seizing the day and the moment and just following your heart and all those things that would be schmaltzy and naff, except in the hands of this particular director and this cast, it's utterly charming. Like, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was like a big hug and a cup of hot chocolate in your favourite pyjamas. Not in a couture gown, because you wouldn't be very comfortable in one of them. They're all corseted and boned. But it's really, really delightful. I've got an itchy ear. Leslie Manville is glorious. She is wonderful. I've just looked her up. She's 66, I think. Yes, 66. And it was really nice to see a film where the lead, and to a certain extent the romantic lead, although it's not really a love story, but the centre of the story is a 66-year-old woman. And there were plenty of people of colour in the cast. Our best friend, Vi, who is also a cleaner, is a Jamaican woman. And some of the models, when she goes to Paris, are also people of colour. And I liked the way that was woven in. It wasn't commented on. Would there have been? I don't know. I don't know what the cultural climate was of 1950s London or 1950s Paris, but I was just pleased to see a variety of different faces and it not just being wall-to-wall white guys. I haven't seen the one with Angela Lansbury, but I'm kind of betting that there wasn't as many people of colour in the cast. But in London in 1957, of course there would have been, you know, Jamaican immigrants, and there would have been different, you know, people from all over the world, all walks of life. I thought it was really, I feel really naff saying it was progressive, but I just like to see a cast which is full of, yeah, a variety of people from different places and it not just being an absolute whitewash. I like that there's a shift. I go back to the personal history of David Copperfield, which had full colourblind casting. So You know, you had Dev Patel as David Copperfield and Benedict Wong playing one character, and then his daughter being played by a black actress, even though he's Asian, and so on. So yeah, it was utterly charming. Leslie Manville was glorious. It's got Jason Isaacs in it, and I could watch Jason Isaacs all day long. He wasn't in it very much. Had a lovely Northern Irish accent on him. And yeah, it was just, I keep coming back to the word charming. Also, the model, the character's called Natasha. She's like the face, I was going to say the face of Gucci, it's not Gucci. She's like the face of Dior. She's one of the most beautiful faces I've ever seen, and she is perfect for that Paris of the 1950s. You know, she's got the sort of short fringe and the perfectly ringleted ponytail, and she's just beautiful. And the gowns, obviously, the clothes, you know, even the stuff that Mrs. Harris wears that isn't the Dior gown she eventually gets, spoiler, just some of her own clothes and some of the clothes she borrows when she's out in Paris, just everything's just so elegant and charming. And like I say, it's just about that. Do you know what? It doesn't matter where you come from. If you are a widowed housewife of 1950s London, you're allowed to have dreams as well. You're absolutely entitled to go to Paris and buy a dress for 500 quid, which obviously 500 quid's a lot of money now for a single dress. It would have been a ludicrous amount of money in 1957. But yeah, it's just, you know, don't let anybody tell you to stay in your box. Don't give up on what you want. Don't think you're dead and buried just because you're in your 60s. You know, that people still have lives to live and dreams to pursue, and they should absolutely be allowed to do that. It was lovely. Proper Sunday afternoon film, even though I saw it on a Sunday evening. I would encourage everybody to watch it. It was a delight. That's it. Katie out.